Hi there, I'm meteorologist Tom Kippen. Welcome to my channel, Up in the Sky Weather, where we talk about weather for the Upper Peninsula. I am a broadcast meteorologist on television here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan on my UP News. And also you can hear my weather forecast on radio, on the Radio Results Network stations across the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And also catch me on Catholic Radio in Marquette, 103.9 FM, Northern Apostle Radio. So, in this segment, it's called Tom's Takes, and we kind of go into the weeds a little bit on what's going on weather-wise for the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And here's my notes from today. We're hiding from winter. There's not much in the way of heavy snow in our forecast, or snow in general in our weather forecast the next 7 to 10 days. We are going to be seeing mainly dry weather conditions, and the only real good shot of seeing some measurable precipitation is going to come on Thursday. Here's the national blend of models, and you can see we're looking at temperatures pretty much running at or above average for the next 7 to 10 days. You don't see any sub-freezing high temperatures or really good cold high temperatures in our weather forecast. This is the national blend of models for the forecast point at Negaunee Township at the National Weather Service, which is approximately about 8 miles west of the city of Marquette. So you can see here we got temperatures upper 30s to around 40 pretty much right through the weekend and even into early next week. Now, for the lows, yes, it is going to be cold at night. Keep in mind, our nights continue to get longer, and we're getting to the point where we are going to have our longest nights of the calendar year as we get into the next couple of weeks or so. So that's what we got going on temperature-wise over the next 7 to 10 days. Let me get you to the CPC temperature outlook here, and let me start you with precipitation. And our precipitation forecast is at or above average temperatures, at or above average precipitation. And I'm not really buying this. Yes, I do think the storm track is going to be to the south of us, and I really do buy the heavier precipitation across the central plains and southern plains, but I don't see us really getting good precipitation through the end of next week. It's pretty much going to be just here and there precipitation. I do agree with this. We are looking at temperatures running at or above average, and I showed you the national blend of models for Negaunee Township for the National Weather Service there, and it's showing you temperatures at or above average in the national blend of models, and the Climate Prediction Center is also agreeing with this, keeping the Upper Peninsula in a above average temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days. All right, let's jump into the weeds here and take a look what's going on weather-wise with the forecast models here. We'll go through a couple of forecast models because there's really no decent weather in terms of like big storms and also like big snows on the way. I'll just run you through the models and just show you Thursday's pretty much our only shot of seeing precipitation. My webcam's down here today. It's usually up here, but I'm having some issues with the webcam on top of the computer, so I'm going through my phone today. But here's the NAM here. This is already the afternoon run of the NAM, and you can see Minnesota Vikings color 540 line is going to be going to the north of us, and that is the freezing line, above average temperatures. Also, right here where my mouse is, that's an area of high pressure right over Ironwood, Michigan. So, quiet weather conditions Tuesday through Wednesday, keeping our next storm system that will affect the Great Lakes region to the south of Upper Michigan. This high pressure system is in control of our weather through Wednesday afternoon, and then Wednesday night, I think our next chance of rain moves in. Let me back this up a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised at the onset of the precipitation Wednesday night. We could see some light wintry precipitation, but temperatures go above freezing where it's all rain, and then behind it could be some wintry precipitation on the back end of this Thursday night. We could get some light lake effect snow going Thursday night on into Friday, but that's pretty much it in terms of precipitation. It does turn a little bit colder Thursday night. It's the GFS model here, and our next storm system that affects the Great Lakes stays to our south with the high pressure system I just mentioned, controlling our weather across the upper Great Lakes region. Here comes Thursday's rainmaker. You can see it moving on through. Behind it, yes, temperatures turn colder. Wind off of Lake Superior. Could see some lake effect snow behind it. Now watch what happens for the weekend. High pressure builds into the Midwest, keeping our weather quiet across the UP. Little or no precipitation in our weather forecast for the weekend. and early next week as well. Could be some rain showers around the middle of next week for Thanksgiving. Now this is just a long ways out here, so take it with a grain of salt. This is definitely going to change, but even looking at trends here, there's really not much in the way of like decent rain, decent snow in our weather forecast through not this upcoming weekend, next weekend. And that's pretty much it for the GFS. Could be on December 3rd, something pretty decent moving into the upper Midwest. But if this pans out, we'd be on the warm side and seeing all rain. All right, here is the European model. We'll go through this here. There's your high pressure in control of our weather through Wednesday. And then as we get into Wednesday night, Thursday, there's our best rain chance over the next 7 days. That's out of here. And then high pressure in control for the weekend. Above average temperatures. European, though, does have something coming in early next week, as opposed to the GFS, who kept our quiet weather going into early next week. I got to keep remembering my cam's down here this time around. But the European model does bring some precipitation in here for Monday. And then that's it for next week. So relatively calm weather, hiding from winter as we go, for the next 7 to 10 days. Let me fire up snowfall totals here. This is all the way out to December 3rd, the GFS model, and nothing. I mean, there's a little bit of snow south and west of Green Bay for Monday night, or excuse me, for Tuesday night on into Wednesday, but all the snow, it looks like, stays on the other side of Lake Superior. And then for the European model, not much through the end of this week into early next week and even into Thanksgiving. So that's Tom's take here on my YouTube channel, Up in the Sky Weather. Eventually I'll remember to keep an eye on my phone, which is acting as my webcam today, at the bottom of my screen. If you want to like, comment, or subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. Once again, this is for weather based here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Just got this channel going a couple months ago, so I figured the UP needed a YouTube channel to, let's talk about some Upper Peninsula weather. There's a lot of stuff out there, and just wanted to get a clear message across here on my YouTube page about what the actual weather is going to be. And that was today's take-home message. I know there's stuff out there saying, hey, it could turn colder for the early part of December. Hey, something's coming up around Thanksgiving. Personally, I just don't see it right now. I just think we're headed into a quiet stretch of weather. I'll admit that could change, but next 7 to 10 days, any travel plans, firearm deer season, really nothing to worry about in terms of really impactful weather. I'll see you next time.